doing another collection video here today. Gum chewing, of course. If you see from the thumbnail, today I'll be doing my Game Boy Advance collection. I do have some different. I can't remember the last time I did this collection. I don't think I have done one this year. Had to have been last. I do have different games from that one, though. I'd sold one or two. And then found some random ones I had that I threw into the mix. So, Game Boy Advance is a great system. I do have the Retron Square as well to play on, which is nice. To be able to play on the TV, which I can do some gameplay of that through the TV as well with the capture card. I don't have to worry about playing it through the laptop. So that's nice as well. But I got them on the couch here. I'll just start grabbing them. First one here is Pinball Tycoon. This came from a garage sale. A lot of these came from garage sales, I believe. Like 3 or 4 came from the same one. Haven't played it. I'm trying to see. I'm looking here to see how many of these actually came from garage sales. Maybe like 7 of them. Midway's greatest arcade hits. I can't remember what's on here. They are older Midway arcade games, though. It's not, I'm pretty sure like NBA Jam's not on here. Shit like that. It's like they're really older stuff. There we go. I like the arcade collections they put out for all systems, even the Genesis collection. Not arcade, I should say, like the older stuff. Capcom's done a bunch. Obviously, Midway's done them. The one I will show now has a bunch as well. The Namco Museum. It's probably has Pac-Man on it. I can't remember what's floating on this one. I'm trying to keep some of the games kind of separate that are in the same series franchise. Some Scooby-Doo games. This is Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem and Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. This is a dual pack. So you got both of them on here. Maybe one day I'll do my Scoob collection if everybody wants to see that. If anyone wants to see like specific game franchise collections, I could do that. I think somebody asked a while ago. I'm pretty sure I didn't end up doing it. It was for a Call of Duty one. Maybe I'll do that at some point because I do have like 6 or 7 Call of Duties. I don't have a ton, but I gotta have at least 1, 2, 3, 4. And at least 6 that I can see from over here. But Scooby-Doo, Mystery Mayhem, and Cyber Chase. Cyber Chase was also on the PS1, I believe. Mystery Mayhem was on the Cube and the Xbox and PS2. And here's the other one that was on the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. Unmasked. I think I did gameplay of this one. I want to say I did gameplay of this one. I definitely did gameplay of one of them. But I would have said it was this one. Maybe it was Mystery Mayhem. No, I think it was this one because you get different outfits in this one. I'm pretty sure I was using outfits in that game. So these are the counterparts to the console versions. This is like a 2D game though. Obviously the other ones are in 3D. came from a G sale. I think I got the GameCube version of it there too, which I sold. I'll probably end up selling this one. I only played this a little bit when I tested it, so. This came from another garage sale. The one, was that 21? It was 21. Where I got the GBA, SP, and some DS games, and a bunch of Game Boy Advance games, like $30, great deal. I still have some of those games. I think the Namco Museum and the Midway arcade hits came from that. And Pinball Tycoon, I think, did too. And so did this, the B game. This one has a little bit of value. Another Midway game. This is not to be confused with the B movie. This is its own thing. I don't know what it is. I think it's like a bee simulation. Super Mario World. Super Mario Advance 2. So this is just Super Mario World. I think it's got some extra shit in there. I think all these had Mario Brothers on it. The original Mario Bros. Before Super Mario Brothers. This is just Super Mario World from the Super Nintendo. On the handheld. They made, there was 3 of them. I think Super Mario Advance 3 was Super Mario Brothers, and I think Super Mario Advance was Mario 2. Motocross Maniacs Advance. So this is just Motocross Maniacs on the GBA. The first one was on the Game Boy. The second one was on the Game Boy Color. And this one is on the GBA. It's a pretty cool game. I played some of it. I believe I got this from... Did I get this from eBay? Maybe I got this from eBay. It was either eBay or the East End Gaming. But it was cool from what I played of it. The Motocross... I have the Game Boy one as well. I do not have the Game Boy Color one. They're kind of fun. Just arcadey style kind of games. You're zipping through things, doing flips and stuff. The first one's awesome. Konami. Spy Hunter. So once again, this is the counterpart to the console. It's pretty good. Plays like the console ones. It actually looks really good too for a GBA game, I gotta say. Pretty tough as well. Rated T. A lot of explosions. 007, Everything or Nothing. I don't think I did a gameplay of this. Once again, you were getting the console games of that era, and you were getting them on the GBA as well. It plays differently, obviously, than the console one. This is a top-down view, I believe. So you're running around, top-down environment. You're doing James Bond stuff. It's just in a bite-size form. Actually, what a collection I should do. I don't think I've done a 007 collection. And I do have 1, 2... all those ones on the Xbox. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I probably got... How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have like 8 or 9. Maybe do that one day. Maybe I'll wait till I pick a few more up, because I'm always looking at the 007 games. Stuntman. I should actually probably do a gameplay of this Stuntman. This one's hard too, though. Same thing as the other Stuntmans. This is based on the first Stuntman game. It does. I don't think it has all of the... Maybe it has all the movies, but it's not as many scenes per movie. Same thing, trial and error. It is really cool. There's another one that looks really good. Similar to Spy Hunter, it looks really nice. I talked about it in the North Carolina Ramble, the fiasco that was trying to do that Stuntman gameplay because I couldn't run it through the TV. I had to play it on the laptop. And the freaking PS2 was loud as shit, and it picked it all up, and it was so distracting. I listened back to it. And I had not played that first Stuntman in years. So I sucked. I put like 15 minutes into it. Was playing like shit. Started up again. I'm like, all right, I got some practice. Played better, and then the third stunt was just pissing me off. Oh my goodness. I'll go back to it at some point, but this is a really cool version, though, of the game. A couple of Star Wars games here. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. He plays Anakin and Obi-Wan in this. It's a beat-em-up. It's nice, actually. It's a cool game. It's a Star Wars beat-em-up. I think this one might have branching paths, too, depending on who you use, and different outcomes, but it's based on the third movie. Well, this technically, at that point, it was the 6th movie, but it's the 3rd, chronologically. And this is the most recent, I think, GBA I've actually gotten. $7 at, this was East End Gaming. Star Wars Trilogy, Apprentice of the Forces, just has A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi in it. Kind of similar to Super Star Wars on the Super Nintendo. It doesn't look that good, but it's like that, pain in the ass, but it's cool to have all the movies on there. There's quite a few GBA Star Wars. There's this, Revenge of the Sith, there's Flight of the Falcon, there's an Attack of the Clones one. I think there's one or two others too floating around. I'm trying to think how many Star Wars games I actually have. Did I do? I did a Star Wars game collection video, so I would have showed those. I mean, this one might not have been part of it unless I did it after I'd gotten this one. I'll have to look. I finish it off with 2 series everybody knows. I got 2 Lord of the Rings games here. Lord of the Rings Return of the King. This is like a top-down hack and slash, similar to the console counterpart. It plays kind of in the same vein. I think you actually... Is this more RPG-ish? I don't know. I had the 2 Towers a long time ago. I need to pick that up again, because that's a cheap GBA game. You can get a lot of cheap GBA games that are good for like under $10. I'm always looking at cheap GBA games. I try to get them in lots because a lot of the lots have a lot of those similar games in them that I want. But if I'm getting a lot, on eBay, and say there's 8 games in it, I kind of want at least five, preferably like 6, to be games that I'm actually interested in, because it's very hard to find a lot of games where you're interested in every single one. It's just realistically never going to happen. You could get lucky, maybe in like a 4-game lot or something, but once you get to like 5, 6, 7 games, it's harder to get them all. But Lord of the Rings Return of the King. These are all EA games as well, the last 5. Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, so this is not a hack and slash, this is a strategy game. It's funny, the one on the console counterpart was an RPG, turn-based. This is like a turn-based strategy game. I played some of it, it was pretty cool. It's one of many games I'd like to play more of. Alright, final 3 here are all Harry Potter games, and the 2 of them came from... no, 2 of them did. Well, all 3 did come from garage sales, although the one I had sold because I already had it from another garage sale from a couple of years before that. Harry Potter and this is Sorcerer's Stone. It doesn't say it on there, but it is a Sorcerer's Stone. First Harry Potter. These Harry Potters on the GBA are good. Prisoner of Azkaban's the best because it's actually a turn-based RPG, which is crazy. I think the Chamber of Secrets on the the Game Boy Color is also turn-based RPG. But I am surprised that they have not had, right, a console Harry Potter that was turn-based. Like, why have they not? Like, I gotta understand Hogwarts Legacy, big open world, you're doing stuff, that makes sense as well. But man, they fit into that mold so perfectly. Maybe they think it's just a harder sell, but man, like the way, I'll get into it in a minute, but this is Sorcerer's Stone, the first. Here's Chamber of Secrets, the second, and this one and Sorcerer's Stone were not. They were just, basic action games where, you're doing your spells, you're running around Hogwarts, kind of playing through the movies, right? have this game on the Game Boy Advance, the PlayStation 1, and the GameCube. But same thing. The third one is the RPG of the bunch. They also made Order of the Phoenix. This is Prisoner of Azkaban. They made Goblet of Fire, and they made, I want to say Order of the Phoenix is on the GBA as well. And then the rest came out on, like, they came out on other consoles, but I'm talking about, like, handhelds. They came out on the Nintendo-specific handhelds. They came out on the DS. Some were on the PSP as well. And the regular, no, I said the DS. Duh. And a few were on the Game Boy. No, just Sorcerer's Stone would have been on the Game Boy Color as well. But Prisoner of Azkaban, it's a turn-based RPG. It's cool. Like I was just saying, like, it makes complete sense to do it. Harry Potter in a turn-based RPG because you're using the spells and shit. It's just set up perfectly. You have defensive spells. You have offensive spells. You know, you have. It all works perfectly into RPG, and you're fighting different. And in the game, they go unconscious, or you knock them out. They don't die. But it really is perfect for, like, I don't know why they've never made, like, they've not made a console version. Any of the ones, unless the Sorcerer's Stone on the PS1 was an RPG, I don't know. But, like, Prisoner of Azkaban, the other ones on the Xbox, PS2, GameCube, Goblet of Fire, Prisoner of Azkaban, Order of the Phoenix, I think it was just on the PS2, as well as the PS3, 360. They were all just action games running through Hogwarts, you know. They were not turn-based that I know. I don't think Half-Blood Prince was either. I need to get that one. I have to see it's on the PS2 because I know it's on the 360 and the PS3, but I don't have those systems, and I'm pretty damn sure the Potter games are not backwards compatible with the Xbox One, so. Unless I want to get it on the DS or some shit. Or maybe it's on the... I'll have to see if it's on the PSP. But yeah, this is an awesome game. If you have a GBA, get it, because if you like turn-based stuff or Harry Potter, it's worth it, because it's just cool as shit. Like, you do the same thing. You run around Hogwarts, but you get into battles with, you know, you're going to eventually get into battles with tougher enemies. I've not completed the game, but, you know, you're fighting spiders and shit like that, you know. And you're casting Flipendo, Stupefy, Accio, whatever the fire spell is, Incendio maybe? I don't know. It's an awesome game though. But yeah, that is my Game Boy Advance collection. I might sell some of those games, like some of the earlier ones I showed. I had Sonic Advance 3 and Ice Climber. I sold those both. I was just like, you know what? I played some of them, and I just was not into them enough to want to keep them. So, but yeah, just a GBA collection. Game Boy Advance, yeah, GBA, I said GBA. Game Boy Advance collection. I may do the Game Boy Color combo collection as well again soon, because I've gotten some new games for those, and it's been even, I think, oh no, maybe I did one of those. It couldn't have been this year though. I don't know. I'll look. But anyway, thanks everyone for checking this out, and have a good day.